Talking some hidden treasures here, and I've got Ben Whitting here. He runs the show over at Orex Minerals. So Ben, dang glad to see you here. It's been a minute. I saw you at PDAC for a half a second, and here we are approaching July, and as we call them, the summer doldrums in the sector. But the work never stops. So why don't you fill in the blanks here? Of course, working the Sandra Silver-Gold Project there in Durango State, fantastic elephant country. So Ben Whitting, good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you again as well. Since we last spoke, I have been down to Mexico twice, looking at projects, some new properties as well. And I did get out to the Sandra project and had an opportunity to meet with the local communities. That part of the job that we have to do in the industry to be successful is labeled under ESG. It's the environment, social, and governance of companies. It's the less tangible, if you will, compared to banging on the rocks and drilling holes in there. It is dealing with the local communities. And we were able very successfully this month to come to an agreement with the Ejido Council. And that's the fourth level of government in Mexico. You can think of that as the federal government overall has responsibility for mining. The state government has a lot of employment and environmental issues. The municipal government is a lot of the communities in an area. But there's a group called the Ejido Councils, which are effectively farmers' collectives. And if you don't have the farmers' collectives on side, then you have a lot of trouble getting onto the ground to be able to walk across the ground and look at those rocks and set up drill pads. And what I can say from our latest news release, which came out this week, is that we have a contract that covers the area where our core storage is set up. So all of our physical property that we would work on for cutting core, for storing it, for doing the actual logging and sampling. That's all secured, and access to the surface so that we can walk across the surface and chat with people and hire locals to be working with us. And that's a step that a lot of people do not treat that with enough of an importance these days.
Yeah, absolutely. Better have the community on site, or you're a no-go. So yeah, well, walk us through here how we're gonna hunt some treasure here. What's next steps here as we end summer and head into fall here?
Within Orex, the treasures, I'm seeing a couple of directions. I see on my calendar that I will be talking with Chris Emerson, the Vice President in Exploration for Pan American Silver Corporation. That's on my list, as well as dealing with Carlos Del Hoyo at Fresnillo on our other joint venture, the Caneto joint venture, which is also in Durango. And also for this week is looking at some properties that are both in Mexico and in British Columbia. Perhaps the right timing for this fall would be to have a little bit more diversification, have some Canadian properties that are ready to take advantage of the flow-through share potential, and some good copper, gold, porphyry type properties, because there's some that are in British Columbia that are excellent along that way. 4 of them this week have landed on my desk. And so my technical team and I will be looking at those, as well as looking at what we can do for Mexico.
Ben Whitting, he runs a show over at Orex, call sign REX Venture, CRMNF on the OTC markets here in the States. So Ben, appreciate that in-depth update, and we'll certainly look forward to checking back in and seeing you in Las Vegas.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.